Hello. Hello. Testing. Testing. One, two, three. In just moments, 10 players will be plucked from their 10-gauge lives, stripped of everything, and will travel through time, off to a futuristic utopia where unimaginable power is just a click away. The other, the past, a primeval wilderness, darkness and despair. They'll battle it out, but only one will claim the multiple gift grand prize. Who will overcome the past? Who will control the future? And who will win over 10-gauged? I'm Daniel 123456, and this is Opposite Worlds 10-gauged. Alright, tonight we are introducing the 10 players to first step into the house. Tonight at the end of the show, we'll introduce a twist that we need your help, 10-gauge, to do. Now, before we get started, let's introduce Team Chronos. Out of 10 players and 42 applicants, we've narrowed it down to 15 people. The first 5 players to enter the game and to be on Team Chronos and to live in the future is going to be Jojo7784, Winner 132, Timster, Crazy Pot 12, and Roar 121. So those are the first 5 players into Opposite Worlds. Now let's introduce Team Chronos. Team Epochs. Team Epochs will have to wear an outfit that is the design Epochs will have to wear for the next week at least. Now, sadly, although they will be stripped of all of their designs that they have been gifted or have bought over the past life of 10-gauged, they will have to wear this ugly, pathetic design. Only the shirt. They can wear any neutral eyes, mouth, and hair that they want, but no designs at all. It's up for you, 10-gauge, to get them out of this. Now, Team Epochs consists of Mas Gustavo 95, BB12 Brittany, BB5 Lover, Jeremy BB, and finally, on Team Epochs, Blue U22. Those are our 10 cast mates. They will be put into the site after the live show. So now that they've moved into the two houses, it's time for you to affect the game. We are now going to introduce the popularity index, which can be found on our site, oppositeworldstg.webs.com. That's oppositeworldstg.webs.com. After this break, we will introduce the cast. The popularity index. The group will be updated. The site will be updated after the end of the show. But after we introduce the popularity index, feel free to start blogging away and start influencing the game. And remember, at the end of the show, we will introduce a twist already that will shock you all. And we'll be surprising to the 10 housemates that are not alone. And during the show, there's going to be a special guest sharing his or her opinions about the cast. We'll be back. I'm going to ask all of the players in Team Epochs to change into the design of the Togo dress thing with all neutral designs now, please. You will have 24 hours to get this design on you, or you will be kicked out of the game. Sorry, BB5 lover. Looks like it's been a horrible day now for you, and stars will be rough for you wearing a noob outfit. Sorry. Random.org selected you to be on your team. Mas Gustavo 95, BB12 Brittany, BB5 Lover, Jeremy BB, and Blue U 22. Please put on those outfits. It has to be brown or black. I wanted to address that because Blue U 22 has asked me that. Alright, we're back. Here is our website. We're going to introduce the popularity index now. The popularity index is at the top in the tabs, popularity index. Just click on that and you can get started. So here are the rules. So we'll use the popularity index to track who you think is the most popular and least popular housemates. By blogging hashtag opposite worlds TG in the body and popularity index as the title, you can affect at username. Username is the player with who you want to have a punishment or reward, depending on who you selected as least or most popular. Now, when blogging, do not spam the blogs. If there is a lot of repeated blogs by the same user in a 30-minute time window, the duplicate messages will be voided. Do not delete your blog at all. Now, here's where it gets interesting. You can plus or neg the blogs that others make. By plussing the blog, you agree with their opinion, and it will add more points to their blog. As if I say, I love at BB5Lover and someone pluses it, BB5Lover will get 2 positive points instead of 1. However, if you neg that blog, it will cancel that out. So BB5Lover gets 0 points. If you are a house guest, you can't blog. Alright, now that we got things started a bit, I will give you time to start blogging. Also, I think now would be a great time to bring in our special guest or even talk with some of the cast. So I'll be right back. Alright, we're going to go on a Skype call right now. Now we are gonna go on a Skype call right now. Hello, Ray.
Hmm?
So what do you think about the cast right now, as is?
Well, can you tell me like it? Like, name each player and I'll tell you my opinion on them.
So right now we have BB5 Lover, who's in stars. How do you think being on Team Epochs and not being able to wear designs will affect his standing in stars?
Well, I think he won't be concentrated in the game.
So for the next week, we're going to have 5 people on Epochs, as you know. And those 5 are Mask Gustavo, 95, BB12, BB5 Lover, Jeremy BB, and Blue U, 22. So what's your opinion about Blue U, 22?
Well, I think he's someone to go after because he's like a higher level, and I think he'd be tougher to be at the end. So if I was in the game, I'll go after him. But I think he'll do well.
Jeremy BB, do you think he's popular, or do you think he's not so popular and on the noob level of 10 gauge?
I think it depends on how the cast thinks, but in my opinion, I don't think he's that popular.
Now we have BB12 Brittany. Today, I was very interested to see that all of her blogs, or his blogs, were all negged. Do you think he's going to be one of the least popular players in the game?
Well, that's how teenage thinks, but not how the players in the game think. So it depends if they're the people negging him too.
Alright, now let's switch to Team Chronos. We see Timster on Team Chronos. What do you think about him?
I don't really know him that much. I think he'll do okay.
Now,
I don't have much to say about him.
Now, we have JoJo7784. Now, in my opinion, she is a character at best. Like, what's your stance on her?
If I could pick anyone to win, I'll pick her. I think that she's a really good player and I'll work this game.
Alright, now, we're going to switch over to Crazy Pot 12, who was already in one of my group games, which was Total Drama 10 gauge, but he placed 6th, I believe. He is very active, which can be good in the game, but what is your opinion about him?
I think he's a good player, but I don't know if the cast will want to work with him or go after him. So maybe he'll make like merge, but I don't think about him winning.
Alright, now we're going to go to one last player, which is winner 132. Let's pull up her.
I've seen him around on the site, and I don't really see him as a threat, so maybe he could flip to the end.
Alright, Ray. Thank you for coming on to the show and giving us your opinion of the cast. We much appreciate this.
You're welcome.
Alright, bye. Now, it's time for us to go to, let's get off winner 132 and just go to our site. Now, this game is split up into 2 teams, Chronos and Epochs. Every week on Friday, which you can tune into our group, which is located on our site, you can go on to the group to see the Worldly Challenge. During the Worldly Challenge, both teams will collide in a challenge of physical, strategy, everything. Now, the winner of the Worldly Challenge will decide which team goes to the future and which team gets exiled to the past. Now, also, Saturdays, 8, 7 Central, right now, we'll be live every weekend at this time on a new blog, but on the same link in our site. You can just click live episode to start watching, and you can tune in. During our live episodes, we will have a Duel of Destiny. On Fridays, each team will select a person to be safe from the Duel of Destiny. Those two players will be put into a pool, which all of you Tengaged users can vote on. The person who gets the most votes out of those two will become the decider. The decider will put two people into the Duel of Destiny. And sadly, in the Duel of Destiny, one player will become history, while the other player's future is still intact. So Saturday nights, one player will be eliminated, but not tonight, because tonight is the premiere and they just moved in. Now, we already have people in noob outfits, but it's up for you, Tengaged, to keep them away from this. How you can do this is by affecting popularity. They might win advantages in challenges, or even they get to wear a unique design that they want. They might be able to do anything, really. Punishments might include not blogging for one whole day, or having to do something very ridiculous like blogging something embarrassing that the producers and I decide upon every 10 minutes. Now, if that user does not go through with a punishment, they will be eliminated from the game immediately. That's because they agreed to our rules, our very insane rules. Now, on Friday, they might just change their outfit because they might be in the future. There's a few of them that have already changed, while some of them, like Timster and Winner 132, are living it up in the future. They get to keep their designs and not be embarrassing. Timster is looking gangsta today. Okay, now we're going to go on a break, and when we return, we are going to reveal a twist hint. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, we're back. Now, as you can see, Skype is pulled up. That's because I've picked two Epoch members to be interviewed together. That is Blue U22 and Stars member BB5 Lover, who, again, as I said before, is in a noob outfit. So, buy him. Now, this is going to get interesting because this is our first interview with any of the house guests on episode. So this will be interesting. Blue U is shouting out to the family right now. So there's a delay, by the way. So Blue U, how do you think your team is? Like, do you like your team? Blue U, do you like your team? And what do you think about them? They're watching, just so you know. There might be a delay, or Blue U might not be paying attention. BB5 Lover, how do you feel about your team? Blue U says their team rocks, and Blue U loves them all. Blue U also says that they got a bunch of people here, let me tell you. Bunch of great people. BB5 Lover, what's your opinion? BB5 Lover says a bunch of, and since my family is listening, I'm not going to go there. Now, Team Chronos, what is your opinion about them? BB5 Lover and Blue U22. Blue U says those people ain't got nothing on Team Epochs. Team Epochs will probably pull out wins. Maybe. But who knows? Okay, Blue U has some strong opinions about Team Chronos. There ain't no way in hell they are going to beat us in anything. Shout out to Teamster though. So Blue U, you've been Skyping me all week to make sure Teamster is in the game. But now random.org has picked you to be on separate teams. Were you friends before this game started? And what's your opinion of Teamster? BB5 Lover says post your name if you want a final two with him. And support him in stores. I'm supporting Michael in stores, but I'll make sure I share some love for BB5 Lover too. Blue U loves Teamster apparently. And when picking the cast, I did not pick Blue U and Teamster to be on different teams because of their history or anything. I did not look at any of the cast's history. I looked at if they were liked or disliked, and then I just picked the cast. So let's call this pre-made out. Um, yeah. So yeah, Blue Yo, you might be a target to the people in the game or outside of the game. We don't know, and that's what makes this game really interesting. Now, Blue You, you're black. Deal with it. Now, let's talk about the game. BB5 Lover and Blue U22. Do you think both of you can win this game? Do you think you have the mental capability, the strategy, the physical strength to get you through this game? And bonus question, do you like my fake Australian accent? BB5 Lover wants everyone to vote him for the decider. Blue U wants to shout out to Saft. Blue U thinks he's got everything and he's gonna win this game at all costs. What does it say, Ben? And we're back. Sorry for the technical difficulties, my computer just crashed. So, we're gonna resume our chat with BB5 Lover and Blue U22. And oh, by the way, here's the hint to the twist at the end of the episode. This season of Opposite Worlds, I'm sorry, BB5 Lover and Blue U, you can get 12th or 11th place. So, be warned. Now, to get things started back up, Blue U and BB4's Lover, I've got a question to ask you. Which one of you two are gonna win? Okay, Blue U says that they're both gonna win, and BB5 Lover says it's gonna be a tie. I sense a final two. Oh, wait, it's a three-way tie with Timster now, says BB5 Lover. Blue U wants to shout out to Voiceless, and I just can't delete that message, sadly. Facepalm. Alright, BB5 Lover and Blue U22. How do you guys feel about wearing those new outfits? Alright, BB5 Lover and Blue 22 hate it. Let's just go back to BB5 Lover's avatar, maybe. And Blue 22's avatar. just horrible, very awful. It's just sad. I feel sorry for them. Now let's go back to the chat. Now, like I said before, we got a popularity index, which you can influence by posting title, post the title opposite popularity index as the title. In the message, say hashtag opposite world TG, and then type your message about any of the players of your choice, and then tag them in that blog. I'm going to make a blog on how to do it. Now, while I'm making a blog, BlueU22 and BB5Lover, how do you feel about your standing with 10 gauge? Do you think you're hated or do you think you're loved? BlueU22, I never called you awful because you're black. I said deal with it. Now, yes, BB5Lover, the twist is I am not Australian. How do you guys like my fake Australian accent? BlueU, it does not suck, okay? You hurt my feelings. Okay, now, while we are blogging and doing as much as we can, as we are blogging and doing a lot of stuff, we are gonna, how much time do I spend practicing with this accent? 24/7, deal with it, get on my level. Now, we will be live every Saturday. Let's move on to the twist. BB5Lover and BlueU22, say goodbye. Say goodbye. BB5Lover wants you to support him in this game, and if you ever have if you ever do want to, just putting this out there. Just putting this out there. You can start, I don't know, loving them and supporting them. BB5 Lover wants you to support them in this game more than stars. If you have time on the side, you can support BB5 Lover and stars. I don't really care. Alright, now we're going to go off Skype. Now, there is basically how to use the popularity index. But let's talk about this twist. As much as you guys know, since over 40 people did apply for this show, it was very hard for me to choose a cast. Oh wow, I'm being spammed on Skype. How did you guys find my Skype? Is it because of the talk in my Skype? Now, let's introduce the twist. At the end of this episode, which is in 5 minutes, there will be a poll in the group. That poll will consist of 5 people that applied for the show that did not get in. You will vote who you want to see in the game, because next week those 2 players will be on Chronos and Epochs. 2 new players, that gives us a total of 12 players, but we're not revealing who those 2 players are until next week. So this week that pool will be open until the very end. Alright, now, Owen Gohan, let's talk to you. Let's see if he wants to Skype me. So, Gotan, I hear you hate my Australian accent. Okay, this mic is loud. Turning you down. Now, I hear you hate my Australian accent. Wait a minute. Okay, do you hate my Australian accent?
I don't hate it necessarily.
Because maybe you don't realize that I'm rehearsing for a cartoon I'm on. Just saying.
Alright, fine.
I will mess you up.
So how have you been, actually?
I've been good. You just have been avoiding me for so long.
Oh, I have not been avoiding you. Stop it.
That's rude. That's, yeah.
I have not been ignoring you. I just haven't been on Roblox lately.
Well, I did get my admin back.
Well, congratulations on that.
But let's stop talking about Roblox and start talking about opposite worlds.
Alright.
So who are you rooting for to win the game? I'm getting 1,000 Skype calls right now. The show is very popular right now, I guess. I'm gonna message you the whole cast.
Alright.
Who are you rooting for?
Let's see. Well, from the Chronos, I'm probably rooting for Timster.
So,
Great
Teamster.
guy. He knows the game a lot, at least for Survivor, but, then for Epochs, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Alright,
Epochs.
kind of to make amends, I guess, I'm actually rooting for Chris. Because, honestly, he's a good player, and I like him a lot, but we kind of got a little bit of a feud going on.
Okay, Blue U is the one who messaged me about your blog about hating my accent.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna just show everyone your Skype pic. Is that you?
Yes, that is actually me, and that is not a good picture of me, but yeah, that's me.
So, I just want to talk about something, because actually, if you remember, because I remember everything, a couple months ago, actually last year, there's his Skype pic, Alexander.
Yes.
Is that the buff you got for Christmas? Or your birthday?
Yes, actually, and I ended up getting 2 more. So, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I remember things. Now, I hate to switch to my Skype right now because I've got a whole bunch of people requesting me and a whole bunch of people spamming me with calls. So I guess I am popular finally. It took me long enough. But here's the twist. 5 people will be put into a poll, everyone, and 2 of those players will return to the game. So soon as this show ends, go to our group and look for that. Also, the site will be updated later today with all of the cast. The popularity index will be up, so start logging away. Gohan, anything else you want to say?
Nothing really. I just think, just good luck with this entire thing. I think the idea of a live show is a little bit interesting to do. So actually, good luck with it, and I hope it actually works out for you.
Alright, thank you for accepting the call.
Yep.
Alright, so everyone tune in next week, see who wins the Worldly Challenge, and who will go home in the first Duel of Destiny. Keep on blocking away. Bye. Good night.